Hello and welcome to my first scenario guide. This is for the last train to Longbridge for the Birmingham Cross City line. Currently in the class 323 in London Midland livery. So we'll start by entering our rear cab, putting our markers to on. Back to our main, we'll put our master switch on. Put our reverser to forward and acknowledge the alarm. We'll turn our headlights to night running and we'll pop our DRA on. So we'll let our passengers board. Because it's 11:30 at night, why not put our heater on, even though it does absolutely nothing. So currently at Birmingham New Street platform 11B, and this scenario will take us all the way down to Longbridge, stopping at all the stations. So we'll be stopping at Five Ways, University, Selly Oaks, Bournville, Kings Norton, Northfield, and Longbridge. After Longbridge, we'll head back to Birmingham New Street via all stations. So these scenarios are to try and help people play without the HUD. So on the left hand side of the screen, we'll acknowledge that. So on the left hand side of the screen you will see a map. This will contain the stations, the signals and the speed boards. So the map itself is drawn in Photoshop. It's not exported or anything from the game, so some of the curvature from the tracks may be a little bit inaccurate. So there was our signalman, so we'll turn our DRA off and we'll get going. So we'll be departing at 10 miles per hour and we'll come up to the signal November Sierra 214. So there's our 10 miles per hour, so we'll just put it down in notch 0 to coast. So I've done a few videos for this route and I have to say I am enjoying it so far. It's one of the routes that's more or less up my alley. I tend to enjoy the kind of scenic, suburban-ish city routes. I know a lot of routes out there like the West Coast Main Line South. It's very popular because of the location of it is, but you know, for me personally, like it's just a straight track and it just doesn't tickle my fancy. So we've passed our 20 mile per hour speed board and once our rear has cleared, we can advance. So next signal we'll be coming up to is November Sierra 452. So there's 20 miles per hour and there is our signal. So just before the entrance to this next tunnel we'll have a 30 mile per hour speed board. And we'll be coming up to the signal November Sierra 451. So despite all of the complaints about the class 323, I do 100% agree with every comment made, but I actually don't mind driving it. The brakes from notch 2 do seem a bit, abrupt. But apart from that, like, it runs alright. So here we are at Five Ways. And as we are in a 3-car commuter train, we'll be stopping at our 3 car stop marker. So we'll let our passengers board, and the next station will be University, and we will encounter 3 signals and 1 speedboard. But as with all Dovetail Games content, like ever since I started been playing since 2014, it's always contained bugs, and I used to be pretty active on the forums about trying to rectify all these issues. So we'll be departing at 30 miles per hour, and we'll come up to signal Bravo Bravo 3511. And there's our signal. And just around this bend we'll have a 50 mile per hour speedboard. So as always, I am using Track IR because it 100% adds so much more immersion. So if you are into immersion in simulators, definitely go get one. So here's signal Bravo Bravo 4515. And there's our 50 miles per hour, so we'll put it in notch 0. And up ahead we have signals Sierra Yankee 56. And then we'll be coming up on University, which we will be stopping on platform 2. So I'll probably be doing these scenario videos for at least a couple scenarios per route. Probably just the new release ones mainly. Apart from that, I'll probably have paper form for all scenarios included in the routes. And here's University up ahead. And University will be stopping at the end of the platform at the car stop. We'll let our passengers board, and the next station will be Selly Oaks, and we'll have 1 signal and 1 speedboard. We have our first signal just up ahead, which is Sierra Yankee 54. So we'll depart 50 miles per hour. And just up around this bend we have a 60 mile per hour speedboard, so we can just go straight into notch 4. And there's our 60 miles per hour. Just around this bend we'll have Selly Oaks, which will be stopping on platform 2. And we will be stopping at our 3 car stop marker. Pop our DRA on and let our passengers on. So the next station will be Bournville, and we'll have 2 signals. First signal is just up ahead, Sierra Yankee 52. And we'll be departing at 60 miles per hour. I do quite like the scenery in this route. There's actually quite a few London routes that I do not own that are definitely on my wish list, and I'll be doing time-lapse videos for and all that. But one at a time. So around this bend we'll have our signal Sierra Yankee 48. We'll coast in a notch 0. And we'll acknowledge the flashing double yellow. And here we are at Bournville. We'll be stopping on platform 2. We'll stop at our 3 car stop marker just up ahead here. And a fun fact, which I have mentioned in other videos, is that I am not a rail enthusiast, I am a simulator enthusiast. So when I buy content for Train Simulator, I literally make a few videos for it, and then I forget about that content. There is some that I tend to always go back to, just in my spare time. Mainly London to Faversham, I really enjoy that one. But I'm pretty sure this route will end up on that list as well. Our next station will be King's Norton, and we'll have 2 signals. We'll depart at 60 miles per hour. So we have a flashing single amber up ahead. That'll be for our speed reduction of 45 miles per hour. And that is just at the tunnel just up here. once we exit this tunnel, we'll have a junction change of 30 miles per hour, and that'll take us into Kings Norton. So our next station will be Northfield, and we'll have 2 signals, and I tend to have passengers walking straight through my cab. But the line speed for this track is now 70 miles per hour. And we'll come up to signal Sierra Yankee 62. With these scenario maps, I've been making these things for years just for my own use, and that's how I've been uploading all my scenarios without any HUD. But I figured I may as well start putting them to use and letting you guys enjoy them as well. So up ahead we have our signal Sierra Yankee 38 and a double solid amber. There is complications though with the freight maps, because you can't always determine where the rear of your cab is. So here we are coming up to Northfield. Northfield will be stopping at the end at the car stop. We have a single yellow. I keep saying yellow. I should be saying amber. And we'll let our passengers on. So our next station will be Longbridge. After Longbridge we'll be heading to the Turnback siding. Here's our signal. We will depart at 70 miles per hour. And just before we enter Longbridge, we'll have a speed reduction of 45 miles per hour. at Longbridge, we'll be stopping at the end of the platform at the car stop. Oh, I completely blew past that. Well, that one was pretty terrible, but that's what happens when you're not paying attention. But as we will be waiting for an AI train, I'll put my reverser into neutral. So once we head to the Turnback siding, we'll be doing our return trip to Birmingham New Street. We will be following our AI train, so we'll be having signals all the way there. So one thing you would need to know is the understanding of Benner repeater signals. So if you're not too familiar with them, then they are signals connected to the actual signal, which is a little further on, giving you a warning for the current aspect of the signal. These are usually because of curvatures of the track and obstructions in the way, so you can not actually view the signal. So if you have a white circle with a black horizontal line through it, that means the signal aspect is red. If you have a white circle with a diagonal black line through it, the signal aspect will be a caution. And if you have a green circle with a diagonal black line through it, then the signal aspect is a green and clear. So we'll be using these signals a couple times through. And quickly off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure signal Sierra Yankee 43 will need the repeater. And also for, I think it was Bravo 3512, we'll need to look at their repeater. But while we wait for the train here, I will probably just cut the video. So I'll see you guys soon. So there's our AI train, currently a ghost train. You tend to see those floating around every now and then. But our signal has just turned a yellow, so we'll head out. So we'll pass our signal Sierra Yankee 28 and we'll head into the junction of 20 miles per hour. Just got our Turnback siding just on the right here. If we pop ourselves into notch 1 of the brake, we should stop right at that 3-car stop marker. So we'll clean the train up, we'll put our brakes into notch 3, turn our reverser off, we'll turn our headlights to off and our marker to on. Turn our heater off and then our master switch off. We'll swap cabs and repeat all the same process. So from here we will have to change our header to New Street. So if we hold down F7, we'll just scroll through until we get to Birmingham New Street. And there we go. So we'll leave this junction at 20 miles per hour. Once we're clear of the junction, the line speed will be 70 miles per hour. So you'll see up ahead we have a red signal, that is Sierra Yankee 29. Which has just turned a single amber. As we are in caution, we will not go to truck speed. We want to keep the flow pretty decent and the passengers a smoothish ride without constantly having to put the brakes on. We'll be going via Northfield. I'm not 100% sure on regulations for using the horn at night. I know I heard quite a while ago that you're able to use a low horn, but I'm sure around residential areas that's probably even not permitted. Up ahead you will see signal Sierra Yankee 33, another solid amber portion. It's our warning for our speed reduction for 40 miles per hour just before Kings Norton station. You'll see our next signal up ahead, Sierra Yankee 39, is a red. We'll just start slowing up. And it's just turned solid amber. And we have Kings Norton straight ahead. So the next signal, Sierra Yankee 43, is the one that you have to pay attention to the Benner repeater. And once the pixels come into focus, so I have a red signal just around the corner. So you have a white circle with a black horizontal line through. And there is our red. So we'll just wait for Sierra Yankee 43 to turn amber. And the next station we'll go via is Bournville. There's our amber light, so we will start heading out again. Here we have a 60 mile per hour speedboard, but as we are in caution we will not be travelling at 60 miles per hour. Coming up on Bournville now, and past that you should see signal Sierra Yankee 47, which is a single amber. Around this bend we should see Sierra Yankee 51 come into view, so we have a single amber. And then we'll be going via Selly Oaks. Signal up ahead, Bravo Bravo 3518, showing a red. At this signal as well we'll have a 50 mile per hour speedboard. There's our amber and we'll get going.